Hey, how's it going everyone? So today I'm going to share with you how to find the tax forms on Robinhood. So if you've been investing over the last year and tax season is upon you, you might be wondering how you can get a hold of your tax forms. So I'm going to make this super easy and simple on how to find them so that way you can give them either to your tax professional or if you want to implement them into your own like TurboTax or whatever tax form you are utilizing. It might seem really complex when you look at the files, but I promise you it's fairly simple as far as just inputting all your information or just handing this information over to your tax person. So like I mentioned, if you've been investing the previous year and the year has come to an end and now you're in the new year and it's like tax season, first and foremost, most people don't know this because they haven't been investing prior, but it takes a while for your tax information from investments to come through. One, they have to go through a lot of information. They are, I think, required to have it ready by mid-February, if I'm not mistaken. But for me, usually it comes in mid to end of February as far as all the paperwork. So just make sure that you wait until that time so that way you can actually make sure that you have all the information provided either to your tax account or the tax software that you're using. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to be here and load it up on the main page of Robinhood, and we're going to click this little like message icon. Now, if this is really recent, you're going to get a notification saying that your tax paperwork is ready. So you can see there on that second line, it says right over here, your 2019 tax forms from Robinhood are now available. So you can click on view forms and you can see here there was an original one that came out on February 10th. And then there was a corrected one that came out on February 14th. So if you just click on that, it will give you access to it. You can forward it to an email, you can print it, whatever you need to do to get a hold of it. But if you're curious of like, well, Dennis, I don't have that, or I didn't see it, I missed it. Well, let's go ahead and go back into the main page that you're going to see here. We're going to click on the bottom right-hand corner where you see that little person icon. And then what we're going to do is we're going to slide down just a tiny bit, and under documents, you're going to see where it says tax documents. So we're going to go ahead and click on that, and boom, you're in that very same page that you saw from the message area. So again, what you can do is just click on obviously the corrected one if you have two versions available, so that way you can go ahead and get the proper information. So when you click on it, it'll give you the options to either print it, forward it to yourself, whatever you need to have that information available for yourself or your tax accountant. Now, before we go on, if you are getting some value out of this content so far, make sure you hit that like button down below. And if you got any questions that maybe I didn't answer in today's video, make sure you leave them in the comments and I can try to help out the best I can. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop back into the rest of this video. Now, the cool thing with Robinhood, it does say right here that you can actually automatically import your documents to TurboTax. So if you are somebody who is using TurboTax for filing your taxes, this actually will make it a little bit simpler for you so you don't have to go through all the other, small hurdles when it comes to, printing it out or plugging in all the information. So the document is in a PDF format, so it makes it really easy to be able to print out or email it to yourself and be able to read it. Depending on how your activity was on Robinhood for that year, you might have a lot of information on those pieces of paper, or you might have just a little bit if you're not doing a lot of buying and selling. So for most people, it shouldn't be too much, but for some people, it could be quite a bit. Now, I know some people might ask because they might be wondering, well, Dennis, what if I sold some stock, or what if I didn't sell any stock, but I earned some dividends? Well, all that information is going to be here all together for you. So here you can actually see that the dividends and distribution, which is the 1099 DIV, is going to be all in here. And then you could see here that they also have a 1099 miscellaneous. So if you earn some free stocks for the year and whatnot, that's going to be on there. And then they also have the 1099B. So that way if you have the profits or the losses. So all that is going to be combined into one overall PDF, so you don't have to worry about different formats. And of course, it's going to have you give the opportunities to plug in all the numbers as needed. Or again, if you're giving this to a tax person, they'll know how to read all this information without the worries, hopefully, if they're a good tax accountant. Now, if you want to keep on learning more when it comes to utilizing Robinhood, I want you to check out my video right over here to keep on learning and growing with the platform. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.